press the start streaming button and see. I feel like our internet was a little hiccupy last night, so I don't know. We'll see. Things are living. Yeah, we're live.
We're live. Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm so hungry. How am I so hungry? Also, what do we do? What is this game?
This is Next Station Paris. This is what we're doing in the pre-stream area.
Damn, we got people showing up in chat instantly.
Yeah.
It's incredible work.
Today on the stream, we're playing more Root.
We're gonna play some more Root. That's but first the pre-stream. What's up, Bessevinder and Hollander, whose name I'm afraid that I am not pronouncing correctly.
Please tell us if we are pronouncing it correctly.
We'll talk a little bit about, there's a thing I want to talk about at the top of the real stream. But let's let people file in here. So okay, I bet we made the same first move.
Is it to the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do we have here? We have a square.
Do you know how I feel about taking it to the bridge?
And that really... Okay, well...
The short and long-term necessity, perhaps even exigency, of taking it to the bridge. Okay, well, I was prepped for that. We showed up with that in mind. Oh, you did a different thing than I did for the second move. Interesting.
I did do a different thing.
That was because I was trying to be prepped for... I knew this was coming. I was trying to be prepped for the double move card. Haha! Still prepped for it, actually.
Oh, I picked the wrong corner. Right. I did that wrong.
Unfortunately, okay. I can't cross the... Yeah, I can't cross the other thing, because this line has already connected to that point. So I guess we'll go this way. So we still have... We play until all the blue cards are drawn.
Yes. Oh, I need to go into the...
We spent almost all the white cards already.
Going to the Reddit.
Okay, good. Well done, well said.
Today's stream. Root. Again.
Yeah, root. Parentheses again.
Okay.
Yo, does the best score for today person have a score of 300 points?
Okay, well, we're not getting that.
What the fuck?
That is too many points.
300 human points. There's a 249 behind that. 300 feels like some... I don't want to just go flinging accusations. But 300 feels like some played it with the other account, wrote down the order of the cards type stuff to me. That's all I'm saying. I was really hoping we weren't going to draw that circle yet. Well... I mean, maybe it's okay. Because maybe we just use that circle to connect to here anyway, and then when we get the square, we can do stuff. Yeah. Let's just use the circle to connect to here anyway. Yep, but when we get the square...
Oh, I must pass. I put myself in a corner.
We connect up to the corner.
Good job.
And then we use this. Oh, these are slightly in the wrong order. Hold on. Cancel. The next thing we're drawing is not a square. It's not a triangle. Okay, so yeah, take this. See, I really wish that that it was the draw to any and then the railway switch and free entry. As it is, I think I just have to take this and get the bridge crossing. And then run to, well, oh, that's true. I do get center from that, don't I? No, we got to touch the center. We got to touch the center. Even if that does divide up the space, something terrible.
Okay, hang on.
How's
So
everybody doing? I know the
there's
stream's a
just
little later than usual. I hope everybody is having a
2 of those left. Okay.
reasonably good weekend, as reasonably good as it could possibly be. So, this is pretty
I
easy.
it at the end.
This is pretty easy to touch from elsewhere, but then we're going to want to use this as a way to touch that. I think I do just hit this one. So, all right, I hit 4 overpasses and 5 museums.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
line.
that's pretty good. I did not do that well. Let's just say that.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we got to double back for that. Yeah, I got redacted pretty hard in what was supposed to be Friday's episode. I need to record record another run of that. I decided I didn't want to just release the episode because it's one that has a lot of like story related talking in it. They're going to be, I don't want anybody else to have to listen to it all twice. All right, come on, show me. Okay, triangle. Triangle is what I was waiting for. But now that it's a railway switch triangle. But it might be the only triangle we draw. Let's hit it. And then from here, draw through that. And from here, draw through that. Just making sure I'm getting my overheads. Ooh, didn't put myself in a very good position for this, though, did I?
Mm-hmm.
So after this, what's left is white triangle and blue pentagon. Because, like, obviously I could connect to there for the double move, but I can't. There's no way to do a crossover out of it, which is a little awkward. I could go up here and just wait for the pentagon, no matter what. It's not awesome.
Yeah. I don't... This feels bad.
I think I'm going to just take the plate at the corner. I will double up, something in here. Triangle. There's no reason not to draw the triangle, I guess. And then...
And that screwed me again. Okay.
Doing this actually is 0 value, so...
I'm doing terribly. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a little while since we
haven't played this all year.
Nope, we sure haven't. I forgot about this very funny joke. You haven't been doing it so much this year.
That's because I want you to still love me.
Okay, well, I would hold to that instinct. Where are you?
All right. That's okay. That's fair.
It's a gentle
Got
warning.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay, triangle was not what I was looking for on that one. That's for sure. Because I would love to be able to do that. This might be this is a voluntary pass, I think. And this one's just draw to the corner. Is it? Is that right? Like, is draw to the corner and then, like, honestly, presumably the next draw is from here to there? Is that better than just drawing to there and heading down? I'm not sure. Well, they're very similar. They're very similar plays. Oh, I didn't realize the powers would chain like that. Okay, actually, that's definitely better. That's interesting. But I think the only thing that makes sense is this, right? Now we hope not to draw blue pentagon. Blue at all was pretty bad, if I'm honest.
I've been passing at least once on each of these. That's not...
Yeah, I'm not happy about that at all.
Great.
I really thought it was going to be, like, super easy to hit this last... Yep. Can't play anything there. Must pass. Really thought it was going to be super easy to hit this last monument, but I am starting to think that maybe I'm not going to get there. And somehow I ended up not connecting my purple to the mid. I don't know what I'm doing over here, Amabel. This is very amateurish play. You know what I'm not getting? 300.
What's that?
300 is what I'm not getting. All right, I gotta make sure this happens, or else I'm putting myself in.
Seems like a skill issue.
I don't disagree. I can't get right on. Okay. How much is it correct to sacrifice for an objective? You know, I think it's a tough call. Unfortunately, I can no longer connect to the corner because we're out of triangles. Okay. All right. Okay. We are going to talk about endless legend. That is going to happen. I'm sure nobody is surprised by that, but I want to.
Is everyone asking about it?
There is some asking about it. I want to talk about it at the top of the real stream, which we're almost at. The pre-stream has nearly run its course here, friends.
Okay.
Honestly, my score this game is pretty okay. It's not going to look pretty okay. It's going to land me real low on the leaderboard. But I don't feel terrible about this as a first game in like months and months, you know? Okay. I guess here we can connect for a double at least.
You know, I'm not that far behind you.
Yeah, 189, 167. Those could be worse. 189 puts me in like 20th on this leaderboard. It certainly ain't 300. Apparently that was my 20th victory at Next Station Paris.
I am in 18th. Okay.
Is it easy to see when the last one was? Like, when was the last time we played this? So I had to go to my profile. Recent activity, my activity. No, this isn't what I'm going to want. I'm going to want to go into it by games played. I don't know how to use the UI on this website.
It's because it's not very good.
Ah, yes, that would do it. There's probably a way to do this. I'm not going to stress about it right now. You
Well,
know what I'm going to do right now?
20, if you click the 20 victories.
Okay, that's... No, this shows you the people who have received this most recently.
Oh,
That's an interesting way to do that.
Why would that be what it does?
I don't know who cares about that one, but yeah, I guess you could just like, no wait, this isn't a search feed. That's right. BoardGameArena thinks it's social media. Like that's the thing that anybody's ever gonna want to do. Here, my game history. Show me. Here it is. Here it is. I found the thing.
Okay.
What order are these in? Can I type? Okay, you can type. October.
Yeah, it's okay.
And that wasn't with you. October, I was playing with other people. Last time we played was...
I see.
The last time we played was August.
That's still one of my
where I scored almost exactly the same number of points. Anyway, shout out to Mike and Em for playing games with me. We're going to the gas cave. It's time for the real stream. No, wait, it's not.
What music are we listening to? I assume there's music.
The background, yeah, the background music for the pre-stream has, as is often the case, been The Relaxed Movement. Weird shapes in the forest. Remember them. When you see one, just walk into it. Abandon all of your human concerns. It's the least you owe them for all of the free music they've given us. Hey, Amabel, it's time for the stream or whatever.
All right.
Okay, cool. I'm so glad you're here for it.
Yeah.
I didn't check in with you beforehand. If you had decided that you didn't want to stream right now, that would have been very embarrassing for me. It's gonna be Root. We're gonna play some more games of Root. But we are going to very briefly talk about Endless Legend, I guess. Let me get the Root open.
Okay.
Let me get this online play. Okay. Announcing Arcs Digital. Apparently they got the...
I remember hearing about that.
Arcs seems like a really rad game. I definitely want to play it more.
Well, we're gonna have that chance when copies arrive.
But maybe we want to play it for the folks. For the people.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, we're gonna try something a little different here. I'm gonna put us back on Clockwork Cat, and I'm gonna do this. Right. I'm gonna do this situation. Do I pick? No, I guess I pick later. All right. I am creating a game. It's passworded with the same password. The game should exist, Amabel, for you to join it.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
All right. I'm sure this won't be the only time during the stream that I say this, because people will be people will be filing in and out. You know how it is. But oh no, Robin's breached our security somehow. But yeah, this is so Endless Legend 2 got formally announced. The trailer happened. It looks fucking rad. I think everybody's probably not super surprised to hear that I'm excited about it. I know there were posts on this. It was on the subreddit, right? People talking about me doing like speculation and stuff.
So I just saw people posting on the subreddit just now, but in some of your comments, people were on videos. You don't read the comments.
I do not read the comments, famously.
I occasionally go into the comments to see if people are saying nice things about you that I can share, or if they're being assholes so you can ban them, which does not happen particularly often. And I saw
to be perfectly honest with you, I think there's a really good chance that everybody I've ever banned has just been this one guy who keeps making new accounts.
Well, and some people were asking like what you thought about it, and did you see it? Are you going to talk about it? You know, what do you want to see in it? Are you able to answer those questions?
Quickly, I will say I did see it. I did see it. I saw it before some other people perhaps may have seen it. I am excited. I'm very excited. I'm very much looking forward to it. My understanding is that there's like early access not too far in the future, but I am not going to say anything more than that. I don't know anything more than that, but also I'm not going to say anything more than that for the same reason that I'm not going to speculate about content or anything at all, which is that I do know some things and I am under NDA. So it would be very unprofessional and potentially legally actionable for me to speculate, as there's no way for there to be like separation of the speculation from me like sneakily saying so yeah, I can't really talk about it in any way except to say that I'm excited. I want more Endless Legend real bad. It looks cool, right? Anyway, Amabel, you're choosing a leader. I'm led to believe here. So those of you who were around last week, this first game is gonna have some familiarity. In that Amabel is playing the birds, the robot is playing RoboCats, and I am playing the Vagabond. So the Vagabond is one of the things that I think is most interesting about Root. We talked a little bit last time about the pretty extreme asymmetricality of the factions, and I think nobody displays that quite as well as the Vagabond, who, while you have these like militarized factions playing territory control, and these like counterinsurgent factions playing their own sort of like win the hearts and minds of the people game, the Vagabond is basically like playing Legend of Zelda. You have quests and an inventory to manage, and you're unlocking new abilities. And Chris J asks, am I going to get on Civ 7? I have no special access, I will say, to Civ 7 when it comes out. If I want to play it, I will have to buy it like everybody else. But yeah, I mean, like, Civ is absolutely not my favorite thing in the 4X genre, but like, you can't not, to a certain extent, it would be might argue, irresponsible of me not to play it and do stuff on the channel with it and stuff. Yeah, I will absolutely be playing Civ 7.
Plus, Civ 7 is supposed to be pretty similar to another game that's on our docket.
It seems like it's borrowed a lot of ideas from other games that I liked better, so we'll see. I mean, like, I like Civ, all the stuff that Civ 6 stole from the from Amplitude I liked, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll definitely play it. I'll definitely give it as fair and as fair a shake as possible. Yeah.
All right. So
I'm excited to see it. Honestly, like, they're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff with it, and some of it's gonna be very cool. I have no doubt. So
which of these stupid assholes are you going to pick?
Yes, the thing is, there's a bunch of different Vagabonds. In fact, there's more Vagabonds than I have even seen. These last three, I was only familiar with the first 6. So, for the Vagabond, each different item that you have crafted or that you have stolen from another player who has crafted it gives you a different ability. Boots let you move, swords let you fight, and so on. And each Vagabond has a different, each of these different Vagabonds has a different thing that the torch does for them. So, Thief lets you steal cards. The Ranger is very resilient in case you think you're going to get attacked a lot, which can be relevant. Damage an item to treat it as another item for a quest. That's really cool. Exhaust a sword to deal an extra hit. I might just go Ranger, honestly. Although it's very hard for me not to go Vagrant based entirely on the art. Yeah, we're going Vagrant. He's so excited to be here. So the Vagrant starts with Boot and Torch, and the ability to exhaust Torch to initiate a battle in my clearing. I choose who is the attacker and who is the defender. They don't necessarily have to be me. And the Vagabond gets to start in the forests. We're going to start in... without a strong idea of what to do, I'm gonna start in this forest here. Oh my god, my little indicator on the map is delightful. So, at the beginning of my turn, let's talk about my stuff real quick here. My pawn is not a warrior and cannot be removed from the map. This is a critical thing to note. If I take hits, my items become damaged, but you can never just kill the vagabond. So during Birdsong, I refresh 3 of my items plus 2 items for every mug of or every kettle of tea that I have, and then I get to take a no-cost move into a clearing or forest that is adjacent. During my daylight, I spend my items to take actions, and then during the evening, if I am still in a forest at evening time, I get to repair all my items for free. Then I draw cards. You know, the same thing kind of that everybody does at the end of their turn. So there should be, where's my quest display? Here we go. So right now, there are always going to be 3 quests available. When you accomplish a quest, you have to go to a clearing of the quest suit, expend the 2 items depicted, and you either get to draw 2 cards or you get to gain 1 point per quest of that suit that you have completed. So the first couple times we do it, it'll be for cards, but then we can start scoring some pretty good points pretty quickly. The thing I need to do first, most critically, is find items. That's my feeling. So I'm going to go to this clearing, and I'm going to take the explore action. I exhaust a torch. I flip over the ruin in that clearing, and I gain the item that is underneath it plus a point. Oh shit! I got a hammer. Hammer's really rad. Hammer's a good early find. Can I get to a? Yeah. That puts me in kind of the wrong direction, but I'm going to do it. So we're going to take a move action here with my boot to walk me to this mouse clearing over here. Okay, I'm not afraid of the fucking field hospital. And then I am going to craft. Your crafting piece with the vagabond is your hammers, and they always produce crafting resources of the clearing that you're in. So we're going to use our hammer in this mouse clearing to produce a point of mouse and build a bindle. I have a limit to the number of items that I can carry, and of course the limit increases based on the number of satchels that I have for carrying my stuff. And then I think we can just continue to evening. That's not a very exciting first turn, but you know, you gotta get some of your items up first. Oh, I started with a coin stack too, so that's at the end of. Oh no! Yeah, I have no undamaged swords, so I'm not a very good fighter right now. And the Mechanical Marquise has elected to do great harm to me. And yeah, that's the nature of the beast. I took 3 hits, 3 of my items become damaged, and we're gonna be creeping off to the forest next turn.
So I know some information about your turn because I'm also on the stream, and I'm trying not to look at it, but I just monitoring the chat. So I want to share some information about my setup. So I have 3 cards in my hand.
Okay.
All 3 of them are mouse cards. How bad are mouse cards for me right now? They're extremely bad.
No, they're
There's
not.
One
there's
mouse
there's a mouse clearing.
There's
right?
one mouse clearing.
Yeah, just go build and do stuff.
I go build, and then I'm going to collapse immediately next turn.
You're gonna draw cards. You'll be fine. Just draw a fox.
I am unfortunately. I would like to, or I'm slow rolling it a bit because I have the builder. I chose the builder so that I could get more points for building things. Because building crafting cards is better right now. For
I clicked the wrong items while I was shoot. Sorry, it's fine. Sorry, go ahead.
That was the wrong card.
I meant to damage my boot, not my satchel.
Because crafting cards right now, I feel is
Yeah, it's your whole
better.
thing.
Yeah, it's gonna give me an extra point. So I'm going to.
Also, there is
recruit.
definitely benefit to crafting cards or crafting items when the Vagabond is in play, because the Vagabond can come and trade you stuff for your item cards. Okay, interesting.
What I've done on my turn.
Just kind of committing to the middle of the board. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little better.
So here's a fun thing about that. I'm gonna slip to this forest at the beginning of my turn. Then I'm gonna take a move action. To this clearing. Hi. And then I'm going to use my torch to explore this ruin. I found a bag in the ruin. It's pretty cool that I did that. I kind of needed that to be the item that was in there. Now, I may exhaust an item to give a card matching my clearing to another player in that clearing, and get an item from them. And is there a? Can I show? Do they have the relationship marker on here? No, not in a way that's useful at all. Okay, well, aiding other players scores you points. You have to aid them an amount of times in a single turn that is based on how many times you've already aided them. But basically, I'm going to perform the aid action on Amabel here to gain a point and trade for her boot. So we're going to exhaust. Sorry, target you. I'm going to give you a fox card. Here's some false orders. I will exhaust this bag, and I will take that boot. Okay, and then I do actually have boot available here. I don't know that it helps me to move too much right now. I guess putting myself in a clearing where there's no birds is kind of an idea, but also from that clearing I can't get to any ruins. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just... You know what? I'm going to aid you again. Actually, I just gained an item from you. I'm going to use that item to aid you again, because aiding you a second time will be worth another point for me. Here.
Yeah,
propaganda bureau.
Here's the thing. I want to get away from her so she stops giving me help. That's what I need.
My satchel is overcrowded. I'm going to discard, I think, one of the boots, but I got good use out of it before I did. All right, order card is mouse for the cat turn this turn. Yeah, a good way to understand it is the Vagabond is making deals with like the warriors themselves, not Amabel, who represents the leadership. And so perhaps doing things the leadership wouldn't like, but the warriors are getting benefit from it, so what do they care? All right, I might have to
recruit. Clearing to move from.
Boy, that's an aggressive build strategy.
Oh, I did that wrong. I did that. I put the wrong card.
Are you allowed to back up to?
I am, because
okay.
I decided that I am. Okay, I want to be moving. And then build
Okay, so a little bit of building, a lot of mobility. That makes sense.
Because I need to move from a mouse clearing this turn. So I need to get to a mouse clearing to do that.
Yeah, and in order to move your units out of a clearing, you have to own either the origin or the destination, right? I see how it is. You're just gonna leave me here with this cat.
I will come back there. I need to be able to do things that I want to do.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do actually this turn is I'm gonna slip. I built myself a little bit of a point buffer. I'm gonna slip into the thing, and then I'm just not going to do anything. I'm gonna take no actions this turn, so that I can trigger my evening's rest. If you are in a forest in the evening, all your items get repaired. I just took the day off to fix my shit.
No, that makes sense.
I think I'm in an okay spot.
No.
That's annoying.
Fucko.
But I'll tell you, I do wish I had a sword. So at the beginning of the game, the items that are under the ruins, it's always randomized which one's where, but the items that are under the ruins are boot, bag, hammer, and sword, I believe. And the number of hits I can deal in combat is based on the number of swords that I have. So until I find a sword, I can't I can't meaningfully fight. Ooh. Hey, Amabel, it's a pretty fucking primo item there.
Yeah.
How would you like some assistance?
I mean, that might be fine.
To be clear for everyone, that is the item that causes me to draw an extra card at the end of my turn. And I do have strong feelings. Really, no combat cards.
No, I haven't done any combat yet.
I am surprised by that. I guess you don't have a lot of birds necessarily. We know your starting hand was bird light. Oh, thank you very much for Z Falcon King 17. Put up a super chat saying they would just want to thank us for giving what little info we can on Endless Legend 2. Yeah, I'll have content as soon as I'm allowed to have content. For sure. I'm really excited about it. It seems real neat. I'm really I can say all that. Okay, the build's getting a little out of control. Did you gain 6 points that turn?
I mean, a little bit.
I take a second off. I take 1 moment for a breather. Here's the thing, like, what I really want to do is slip to this fox clearing. And torch the item. Right? I need to get the rest of the items. Yeah. In particular, I need to find the sword. But I am, first of all three of my live quests right now have torch on them.
Yeah.
So I can't do quests until I stop searching for items, which is a little awkward. I really wish one of you guys would craft a damn sword. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna slip over here.
So I did have a sword card, and I did discard it or use it. So
yeah, no, I saw you
might be
put
another-
I saw you put a sword card in your decree for sure. Okay, boot is like fine. So that means the card in this mouse clearing is sword. I'm pretty sure. I am also going to give some assistance to the cat here.
care for that.
Here, cat, have these soup kitchens. I will exhaust boot. And I will take that bag, because additional bags is additional points. Well, additional bags is additional items, which is better than additional points. So my carry limit is... Oh, that's interesting. Unexhausted... Oh, no, I knew that. Yeah, I think it's like 4 items and then 2 per satchel, or it's not actually super clear. They don't represent the rules the clearest in this game. So if I were to aid the cat again, because I have now aided the cat once this turn, the next time I aid the cat, I have to aid them twice in one turn in order to score points. But if I aid them again this turn, that will be twice this turn. So I really ought to just give them more cards. Every time I give them a card, I've been scoring them a point, though, which is not like the best thing in the universe. Obviously, I'd like to hold on to this. Also, it is worth noting there is a limited number of each token in the supply, and you cannot build a thing if there's not a token for it. So, like, obviously, I'd love to get to this place. This card does nothing for me. Okay, let's use a boot to move to rabbit clearing, where I will perform aid again. I will give you this terrible rabbit card. Exhausting. I definitely want to draw. I don't want to exhaust my satchels if it's going to cause me to discard cards. But I think I can exhaust 1 right now and it's okay. I'm trying to figure out like what the base carry limit is, and it's like literally not anywhere on here. The rule book is, I can just go to the rules, right? The law, they just have the law of root. Items. Stored on their own tracks. Other items are stored in your satchel. Right. Boy, it sure does love to say your item limit without telling me what that number is. I think it's 6. So I think I'm okay to discard or to exhaust 1 satchel. In fact, if I were to exhaust 1 more satchel, I would still be okay.
No, oh no.
And giving them another thing would give me 1 more point, right? I'm gonna do it. Here, y'all can have this because you can't use ambushes against the robot anyway. Points for me. Yay. So the Vagabond may aid a player 3 times in 1 turn to improve this relationship even further. Filled in pips to the right of the heart. Yeah, so there's a if you assist a player enough times in 1 turn, you can become... I can't believe they just don't put the relationship chart on your board. Why is this designed this way? You can become allied with another player and be able to like fight alongside their units and stuff, and they're less likely to try to murder you when that happens. But I guess I don't know for sure if the bot works that way. I'm just gonna go to evening now.
All right, what is this card?
Do not draw rabbit. Oh, bird. Bird might be worse than rabbit.
Oh, bird is worse than rabbit. Bird is bad for me.
Man, do you have to do this? Let me guess. 3? Ugh. All right, well. So I can use my hammer to repair items. I guess I'm going to damage out... I hate that. But, well, whatever I damage, I'm just going to repair the first turn anyway. So, yeah, this is fine. I need that sword, y'all. Like...
All right, what do we got going on here? That's not terrible. I don't like it, but it's not, you know.
Yeah. At least you're drawing some blood. Yeah, wow, way to kill the building. Bird was rough. Bird was a rough draw for them. I am not, oh, come on! Maybe I am taking another day off. Oh yeah, a 3? You rolled a 3, did you?
That's not what I wanted them to do.
This shit.
Oh, but I could do it there. Yeah.
Well, now I do have to take a day off. Because they attacked me twice for 7 hits. Like...
Alright, I wanna... recruit, and then let's do craft.
When the cats roll it, it feels like it only has 3s, huh?
Okay, so I should be able to do this.
Z Falcon King, you're making that's a very salient point. I was not living by my principles. As we all know, all cats are bastards. And I lost sight of that for a minute there. Don't worry, yeah. I will remember in the future.
Okay, where am I? I'm moving from... where am I moving to? Okay.
Yeah, I will say, like, for one thing, I am not playing the safest. I opened myself up. I'm playing a little, not loose, I wouldn't say, but I'm playing in a way where, like, there is a bad thing that could happen that would cause these outcomes, right? I'm not making myself definitely safe.
Especially if I move both these guys over here. I should just be crashing this turn the way I should do, but
I mean, getting all your roosts on the table is pretty good.
I could move 4 spaces for here. I can move from the fox clearing, moving 1 back that way. I then...
Yeah, you have 2 builds available.
You get both those roosts up.
This is a really bad time for me to have to essentially forfeit a turn. It's weird that I even have to choose.
The game does involve a profound cognitive dissonance with me as a cat. You know, it does for me as well, fake Alex Blue. I really wondered about this, and I asked the game designer, Cole, about it, and he's not a cat person. He's never had a pet. What the hell? But the idea is, you know, cats are an invasive species in this sense, so they make sense as, like, the colonizer, I guess. At the same time, if you've seen cats, they don't do things. They don't build.
Yeah, I mean, the metaphor can only stretch so far, right?
Mm-hmm. There are no dogs. There are no dogs in Root.
Some of the vagabonds are dogs.
Are they dogs or are they wolves?
Wolves are...
Wolves?
Wolves. I do think it's adorable how you say woofs.
Okay, so I am actually going to crash out this turn.
Yeah, so I think you should put some cards in attack and just fuck up as many cats as you can on the way out the door.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. So let's do that one and.
Chris J says cats should go around whining at the other factions for food. Like if they don't get fed, they will literally die.
No, that makes sense. That's fair.
Help! I've never had food in my entire life. I have personally had cats, and I have not had, almost any. I've had cats and I've had rats, and I guess like a goldfish when I was a little kid. But that was really my goldfish.
Yeah.
My parents were taking care of a goldfish in my name when I was a little kid. I have 8 points. The bot really like put the boot all the way into me. The fact that I searched 3 ruins without finding my sword is also. I've had some bad luck this game for sure. But I'm not playing safe. I'm playing pretty open, and I'm getting punished for it. I need to be more careful. It might just be the case that like if you're playing as the vagabond in a game that contains the mechanical marquees, it's just not a good idea to play a character who doesn't start with a sword.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Clearing 8, you think? Yeah.
I should have moved somewhere where I could build a roost. I forgot to do that.
Oh, do you have one left?
I have one left, yeah.
Okay.
That was not the most efficient turn.
Well, I mean, still pretty good.
Lost a bunch of points.
Yeah.
I lost.
You lost a handful of points. You lost so many points that you now only have 150% of my score. Oh, it's the owl. It's fucking on is what it is. I love the owl. Okay. Well, I mean, at this point, I need my sword. I found it. Hey, everybody, I remembered where I put my sword. Yeah. Hey, for me to take the 8 action, do I have to be in a clearing with one of your warriors, or do I just have to be in a clearing with one of your pieces?
That's a good question.
Where's the text of my actions? Another player in that clearing. Okay. That's fantastic. Hey, Amabel, guess what?
What?
I'm gonna walk over here. I know what cards I have. The game is being very annoying. And it won't let me play the game until... Okay, shut up. It literally wouldn't let me take actions until I click through its garbage dialogue. Like, I don't know what's going on. Murder! I did it for you!
Thank you.
Here's the thing. You have items.
Yeah.
I want items.
Okay.
Let's give you some things. I might never be able to craft this because it takes 2 hammers. But you might be able to craft it. I'll take this teapot, thank you. Stop tutorializing me. This game would be borderline unplayable if you didn't already know how to... Like, it's just like... I don't think that the digital version is designed well enough for you to play it if you don't already know how to play the game. So I do feel like it's a little silly that they're constantly giving you all this extra text.
It's hard for me to say because I've only played the birds. I'm assuming if I try to play someone else, maybe I'll learn them that way. I don't know.
Maybe. I really want to give you another card. But I don't want to expend too many more items. And the thing is, all right, I'm going to do it. And you're going to understand why I felt a little weird about doing this.
Okay.
I am going to give you another card, and it's going to be this one. Because I want your coin stack, and I also want to aid you a second time this turn to, you know, get the... I know what the items do, dude. It's a little weird to give you Fox Ambush, but I think I need to. And then, yeah, I guess I'm good. So I am now formally hostile to the cat because I have removed one of the cat's units in combat. The cat and I can no longer be chill. I'm gonna discard this. But I also it cost me 1 extra boost to enter clearings that are ruled by the cat. But also, I score an extra point for every cat piece that I remove in combat. So I've sort of taken up sides in this conflict, in a way I should have much earlier on. Oh, look at that! They didn't destroy any of your roosts.
All right. I don't need this ambush card.
As a possum who loves fire, I am not naturally anyone's ally. I am a source of great danger to all. Amabel, I'm pretty sure I've lost. You know?
B. Okay, I will craft this card. Which is only giving me 1 point.
This is going to make me so much better at murdering cats. You're so kind. Okay. Boats is cool.
So I'm going to recruit. I'm going to move.
So you deal a free hit in every combat is your leader's thing, right? As attacker.
Yep. Now, if I move 2 over here, I have 3, and then if I roll a 3, but I get +1 hit, that's 4 hits. Okay. So I'm just gonna move 2 over there, so I'm not leaving myself in a bad situation.
You did, in fact, score 4 hits. Way to burn their shit to the ground. Yeah, you have 22 points. Highly problematic. What am I gonna do? How does anyone win a game of Root, I ask you? So that's a mouse clearing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look at the rule book real quick. Just hold on a second.
That's allowed.
I know it's
I'll
allowed.
allow it. This time.
Items, birdsong. Where's the part that talks about relationships? Okay. That's what I thought. I guess the smart way to do this is going to be this. Okay. Amabel, I would like to aid you
Okay.
by passing you a card. Here's some saboteurs. I will exhaust my hammer to do this. And I will gain your sword. Thanks for the sword. Now I expend the sword! Ah! Oh yeah?
Play that card. They don't even have anything. What did I do? Amabel, you drip.
Here's the thing. Nobody knows that happened. I only go hostile to you if I remove your warriors.
Oh, sweetie, no problem. This will be a problem.
Okay. Now I would like to move to here.
Mm-hmm. Baby, what are you doing? What are you doing? What about why not the cat? Why not be my friend?
The cat's a very big fighter. I can't fight the cat so good.
This is why I don't like playing with the vagabond. Frizz is wondering, where are our possum warriors and buildings? So the vagabond, which is the faction that Salmon is playing right now, is
Right here.
a sneaky little bitch. It just has one character.
Yes, and a complex inventory and quest system. Oh, I exhausted the wrong item for a thing I was doing because I'm not smart at
Good.
games.
Good.
What kind of clearing am I in
So
now?
mad about the betrayal.
Oh, I fucked it. Oh, I fucked it bad. What betrayal? I heard one of your buildings burned down. That's a shame. You should be more careful. Well, now that I've fucked up in the way that I fucked up, I have no choice.
Motherfuck. Okay.
You can't deal a point of damage to me. Nobody was here. Nothing happened. I heard one of your buildings burned down. You should look into that.
Stop burning down my building.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to discard this. We're still the best of friends.
What's going on now? Okay.
Yeah, Chris J is absolutely right when he says Vagabond looks deceptively harmless because they have low reach, but can actually get out of control if you don't dogpile them. My relatively sort of back foot position here is entirely because the cats relentlessly murdered the shit out of me at the beginning of the game. I would be in a much scarier place right now if not for the fact that I took 7 hits in the first 2 turns. First 3 turns.
What the hell am I doing here? Okay.
Now I'm trying desperately to slow some things down while acquiring some points, and it's not easy.
Okay, what the hell? I grabbed that for a point.
A boot, you say? I did appreciate you crafting that sword for me, though.
Yeah.
was good, right?
Hold on, hang on. I'm thinking what nonsense I'm dealing with now.
Yep, it's pretty good. So yeah, when the Vagabond takes damage, for each hit that the Vagabond takes, one of their items becomes damaged. And they can take an action on their turn with the hammer to repair one damaged item, or they can basically take an entire turn off hiding in the forest to repair all of their damaged items at once. Why would you do this?
I had cameras.
I don't think so. I think that's a lie. So I do need all of those. I actually probably can... 4 hits. Jeez, 4 hits. Have you ever not rolled a 3?
Yeah.
Amabel?
Like,
Killed 2 of your birds. And now we're at war.
yeah.
I was gonna be friends. What you have done is you have strongly incentivized me to attack you with every available action. Why would you do that? No, I think I stay right here. Thank you. I know how to fucking use my items. Ugh.
Unlike the board, I have object permanence sometimes.
So my number of swords, my number of undamaged swords is my maximum hit stealth in combat. So I really want to repair this sword before I engage.
I bade you farewell. That's pretty good, Christian. Thank you. Oh. You dweebanoid.
I get a point for doing that now. Now that you've made us enemies, I get a point every time I kill any of your stuff.
Well...
So my advice to you would be to not have stuff near me anymore. I was really hoping to just roll a 2, you know, on that first one. You know how everybody who isn't me always rolls 3s? Thought it would be cool to maybe like roll at least a 2, but it did not happen. All right, I need to do quests. I'm gonna go to this clearing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you doing in that clearing?
I'm doing a quest. Wait, am I allowed to instigate? Oh. And quests are good, but am I allowed to instigate myself into battle with you even with my swords exhausted? I am! I started a fire. And then your building was gone.
This is a thing that you do often, so I understand.
Okay, I discard a card. This card's pretty bad. Alright, well, I made some points. I didn't make enough points. You're going to win.
What shit is the marquee? Maybe not. Depends what the marquee does. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, but I have 2, so they only can do 1 hit max. Alright. So I have a Fox Plume to recruit in, which is what I needed to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I am bad at live. My problem is I was a little too... I accepted a little bit too much risk. I gambled a little bit in the early game and I lost every single. I would say I would argue that I made approximately 5 gambles in the early game, and I lost every single one of them. And that kind of took me out of things. I needed to play just like a safer, more assured path. That's on me.
Let's another recruit, I guess.
Do you have 3 points this turn?
I think so, because I'm crafting.
Okay. Yes, the craft
For a
will be
point.
1 point. And then you just need to make
And
2.
then-
You just need to end the turn with 1 more roost in play than you currently have, which is free. Yeah.
It's doable.
Well, I mean, it's completely free. There's clearings all over the place.
Okay. Oh, but I need to do a combat.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I mean, that's still doable. You have 2 moves. You're good. You got it.
Do I?
Yeah, that second hammer showing up
Two
super late
moves.
was really rough for me, too.
I have 2 moves, but I.
Okay, well, I see a way to do it. I'm not going to tell you if you don't.
Okay, well, hang on. So I can move here for 3, and then I can move here via the river because of my card. I can do the combat here, and maybe how do I do? I did okay 3 hits. Yeah, so I should be able to do the to build the roost.
Yeah, I mean, you also could have just moved only 1 warrior out of that mouse clearing and just built the roost in clearing 7. Just send 1 warrior off to die somewhere, and
Well, I need to have a fight. Well, I don't want to
yeah,
die.
why
don't
not?
wanna
You win the
die.
game.
Yeah, but I care about my dudes.
Why not do things where you win the game? What if What if both dice had come
I
up
did
3?
do that.
But
I
what
did
if
do
what
that.
what if both dice had come up 3? You
Well, that's today's stream. So
You
we played
did the-
3 games over these 2 weeks, and I won 2 of them. So I feel like it's good to end the stream here.
and yet online play. Here we go. We're gonna play one more.
Okay.
That was like an hour of streaming, Amabel. You big baby. You've done legitimately well in these games. Like,
Thank you.
I am embarrassing myself. I did win the lizard game because lizards are adorable, and that's
OP.
all it takes to win.
Yeah.
No, not OP.
what-
So I'm like pretty torn here, Amabel. What do you think? Part of me wants to play Riverfolk.
all right. I haven't seen the Riverfolk yet.
Do like the Riverfolk. There's also the Lord of Hundreds, which is the rat faction. But they're not a very ratty rat faction. Honestly, they
Yeah.
kind of have the same vibe of the thing I was just doing, where it's just like burning everything down. It's not really how rats roll. I'll play the Riverfolk.
Okay.
And I guess it makes the most sense to leave the Clockwork character on the military faction,
Yeah.
I think. So this will be a kind of high reach game. Yeah. All right, game's up. Same password.
See if it showed up yet. There we are. Guess which faction I'm choosing.
Thanks for stopping by, Fake Alex Blue. I am not going to guess. I won't participate in your games. Who do you think you are, Jigsaw?
Oh, I got the password wrong. There we go.
It sounds like you're not playing anyone. Oh, you know what? I put us on the same map. I could have changed the map. We've been played all 4 of these games on the same map, but it is worth noting that there are several different maps. Some of them are just different arrangements of clearings or whatever, but some of them do have like mechanics and stuff, and we're making the game look more samey than it necessarily is.
So I'm starting over here.
And who is your leader?
I'm trying to figure that out along because I'm looking at my 3 cards that I drew. I'm looking at my starting position and what's near me, and that's gonna help me determine which.
Holy shit!
Which way I'm gonna lean.
I would have been so happy for this to be my starting hand as the Vagabond. Just a bunch of cheap craftable items. Okay, so the Riverfolk Company. Our whole thing is we sell services. I always treat the river as a path. I can always move along the river regardless of clearing ownership. My hand is public. It is just in play. During my bird song, if the payments box is empty, this is the payments box here. It has 3 otters in it right now. I get to put 2 guys in it. If there are any trade posts on the map, I score 1 victory point per 2 funds. And then I move all the warriors on my faction board to the funds box. And then during my daylit, I commit or spend warriors from that box to take my actions. And in the evening, I set my service costs. So you can see here, there are 3 services the other players can buy from me. They can take cards from my hand. They can treat rivers as paths until the end of their turn. And they can treat Riverfolk warriors as their own for rule and for battle against non-Riverfolk factions. So we're like a mercenary company. Yeah.
Sweetheart, you're not sharing the game with people.
All the things I said were just words so far. It's still all functional. But yeah, so we to pay the cost here, people put warriors into my payments box, and then and then we turn those warriors into actions. So I have an economy.
Yeah.
Amabel.
Okay.
Building a trade post scores me 2 victory points that allows enemies that are in the clearing with the trading post to purchase additional services. And I do not score my dividends points unless I have at least 1 trading post. Okay, so choose river clearing for your 4 starting warriors. I'm going to choose to start... This is kind of a high these middly bits here. Let's go here. I might want to just drop all 4 of them in the same clearing. Cats are so unpredictable.
I am stepping away for a moment. Don't say anything mean about me.
How dare you? Okay, I think she's gone. Can you believe what a sweetheart Amabel is? Can you believe how wonderful and loving she is 100% of the time? That bitch. I'm gonna split 2 and 2. Service prices. Y'all want cards from my hand? I don't think the riverboats are gonna get used. But whatever. I do think the mercenaries might get used. And so I want to set this not too high, because if I set it at 3... I mean, the birds are going to do their thing. I don't know if the mechanical marquees will interact with my services at all, honestly. My guess is probably not, so I'm probably just trying to sell services to Amabel. I don't know how this faction functions in games with robots. Okay, oh, it's my turn first, so the prices I set there didn't matter. Let's take a quick look at the rulebook.
I have returned.
Wow, welcome back. I'm looking at the rules for the Riverfolk Company, and I'm trying to figure out if the Riverfolk Company services get interacted with by the robots at all, or if it's just a thing you will be potentially taking advantage of. Hard to say. I do have the ability to just like fight on my own, you know.
What are the people in chat talking about?
Oh, I said there was a litany of cruelties.
Okay.
So I can spend a fund to place a warrior in a river clearing. I can spend 2 funds of a clearing's ruler to place a matching trade post and a warrior there. I can commit a fund to a battle. I can commit a fund to a move. I have 3 funds to start with. I am going to... Commit a fund to battle. Let's clear this one. Get ye gone, catbot. And then I am going to establish a trading post there at a cost of 2 otter figures because I have 2 otter figures. Look at that. Points. Okay, then I'm out of actions, so I'm going to lower my service prices slightly. It's a sale, Amabel. Can you believe this shit?
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible things.
Okay, I can. Okay. Mercenaries.
Okay, thank you, Chris J, for helping to catch me up on these rules.
I will decline these at the moment. Oh no! Come on! It is tutorializing me.
I hate it.
Oh my god! Stop it! No, River. I've hit the decline button 6 times. So, all right. I am doing a. Move. Yeah. That will be my deal. Yeah. Yeah, I get a point for crafting a thing. Why not? It's a 1-point card, so that one's not really an issue for me. All right, and I'm gonna move here for
Lots of moving and roosting, huh?
3. And here for 3. And I will.
Okay.
I will do some roosting. Very simple turn. I got 1 point for that.
Okay. So I do need to draw some cards. I need to make some things attractive to some folks. I also need to just build things. Building things is good. Let's spend a fund to recruit here. And then I'm gonna clear this damn cat out. The river's otter territory for the moment. And we're gonna build. So you have crafting buildings. I guess these are both actually the rabbit cards anyway. Whatever. Okay. So the price that the bot pays for my services is based on the bot's current score. So I'm only setting prices for your purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to make things too expensive. I want you to actually partake. At least some of the time. Ah, they drew bird. Okay, well, this is going to turn into something. I'm glad I cleared them out of my initial clearings. But we're still gonna get rushed. I have cards. You know you love cards. You don't seem to have purchased any cards.
I have not as of yet.
All right. Okay.
I will get there. I have a very difficult hand I'm trying to work from.
Imagine if you had these extra cards.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but I can't. Wait, how much does it? Let me go back. So it's gonna cost me warriors for my supply.
Yeah, you just take a couple of off-board warriors and then put them in the box.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a card. Okay. Well, which? Okay, I can't see the map, so I can't actually see what.
It's basically free.
Clearings I'm in.
You're in.
I hope that was a good card.
Yeah, I mean you're in a rabbit clearing.
Yeah.
With a cat.
Okay. All right. Let me.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. I think you'll agree.
Okay. All right.
In terms of like what it costs you, it's basically nothing, right? It's the question is like, how much do you want to empower the otters in exchange for empowering yourself? And the otter player's responsibility is setting the prices at a level where other players think they're fair enough to use, but where they're, where the otter player is still getting enough value. Because an otter player who does not receive payments is not going to be doing very well. All right, so I have 4 funds now, 2 otters and 2 birds. Spending funds of a clearings ruler places a trading post and a warrior there. Committing funds draws and moves and stuff. I mean, I probably want to establish another trading post. Hold on a second. So if the payments box is empty, I place 2 of my warriors there. Yeah, okay. So I feel okay spending my warriors to place a trading post in my clearing. And then I think I'm going to commit your warriors for card draws.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll leave all the prices at 2. Make things nice and easy for you.
All right, let's see what the Marquis does.
God damn it. They drew bird again.
Okay, so I'm gonna have some trouble here.
The good news is they won't buy from me if their score is lower than mine, so now if their score's not lower than mine, I might be able to get a cat or 2. Here comes the hostility. some cards. Well said, Robin.
All right, let's.
Some of these are pretty good cards.
I'll decline for right now because I actually need to be recruiting. Is what I need to do.
Sure,
I
sure.
also need to do fights.
You know, if you need to be recruiting, might I suggest a rabbit card? I got some pretty good ones.
All right.
Isn't it nice to have extra cards to sort of sort your recruit from, or your decree from?
Yeah, I guess.
Damn, always with the Propaganda Bureau.
It's a good card.
How do you always get it?
I don't know, but I'm very, very happy about it.
Please don't replace my otters.
I won't this time,
Okay.
but I got my eye on you.
We're all friends here. We're all friends here. These cats have a lot of points.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, hang on. What do I? So I am gonna crash out this turn. I know that. The question is, do I? How do I handle that? What? You know what? I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna move.
Hey, did you notice that the cats place their keep in such a way that the river runs right to it?
I did.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Sorry, I don't mean to be taking so long.
You okay? You got a legacy of success to protect here.
And then collapse.
Okay, I mean, at least it's an end of turn collapse, right?
Yeah.
And you got 5 roosts onto the table before it happened.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Yeah, geez, you're actually winning.
No.
The term we often use for this is winning.
I looked at my camera key. He has more points than I do.
See, that's a 6 and that's a 5, which tells me that you're winning.
Okay, but they have an 8.
They
What if the mechanical marquee? What if you and I are both scrubs?
I've considered.
Did I use that word
here's,
correctly?
here's what
Is
I
that what a scrub is?
here's what I think about that possibility.
Yeah.
One and one. It's a fucking nightmare, is what it is. I'll commit another fund. I'm getting this fucking recruitment building. This is happening. Alright, point for Otter. Hooray, I did it. Unfortunately, that took so much effort that there's not a lot of other stuff I can do. I think I'm just going to draw a card. with my 4th fund. And I'll pump up the costs on mercenary action for this round. We're not in a great place, mercenary wise.
Fucker.
Boy, they are building very densely, huh?
They sure are. None of that this time, but I am gonna do that and that.
No cards for your brand new decree, huh? Yep, this makes sense.
It's a little safer than I'd like, but I gotta not let him be sniping my recruitment center.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to establish a trade post here in this clearing that I own at the cost of 2 otter funds, which we have. And then I kind of need to do at least a little bit of recruiting, or like maybe it's just 2 moves. Maybe it's just 2 moves. I can't place trade posts where I already have trade posts. All right, you know what? Let me craft some root tea.
So Chris, actually, there are bots that behave like humans. For this, I have played it against the non-mechanical marquee, so they do have those. Mechanical marquee is something from the solo mode for the base game, or not for the base game, but for the board game.
Yeah, we're playing against we're playing against a cardboard AI, not the video game implemented AI. But those do exist, yeah.
I think the reason why we're playing this way instead of like having their AI play a regular faction is I think you just want something that's more akin to a board game play, and you know, the AI one's not going to play it as well.
I'm gonna level with you. I don't trust their implementation.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't come across as me being shitty. I just, given a lot of things about the implementation, I don't necessarily think they would do a good job.
What the hell is this nonsense?
Well, I mean, that's a pretty gentle turn on their part, honestly.
Okay, hang on. All right, so yeah, but they're moving to my area again. I didn't tell them they could do that.
No, that's true. You didn't. I don't remember hearing it. Boy, they really walled up all of the stuff in their area. You want some cards?
No, not at this point.
Fair enough.
Decline that. I will be getting some from you,
okay.
But just not right this minute. Hang on. Actually, am I able to? Oh, I don't actually have a. No, I do. I do. Okay. Yeah, I do have a card, so I can do this. Alright, and let's recruit in the mouse area.
Shameful. Fox partisans working for the birds.
Over here.
That's a lot of folks. It's a lot of bodies.
Yeah. I'm gonna do an extra hit and discard all my cards that aren't foxes. Or did I not use that? Yeah, no, I did. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay, well. Now comes the time.
Now, what I'm hoping is that someone attacks me and removes one of my people so I then can recruit.
I'm going to do something other than that.
Yeah, no, I figured you wouldn't be helpful to me, but I still...
I think what I'm going to do this turn actually is, okay, I'm going to spend an otter to... maybe I should have spent a bird for that. It's going to cost me 2 attacks. You know what? Yeah. I am going to recruit here. I'm going to spend a bird. So I put a bird back in your supply.
Thank you.
Friends.
Friends, yes. Friends.
Then I'm going to move. Committing bird for the move. Down the river. With these folks. And I'm going to start shit right here. I'm going to start shit at the keep.
Okay.
This is my plan. Come on, 3s. Yeah, everybody but me is always rolling 3s. I finally got one. Amabel, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm birding the keep down.
Yeah. Good job. I've never actually seen that happen before.
They shouldn't have built it along the river.
Yeah.
That was ill-considered. And then I did that way, keeping the otters in the box so that I could establish a trade post once it was done. Now we have services that were purchasable all up and down the river. Okay. Well.
Let's see what this bullshit is.
Damn it, the robot was too strong. We could not stop it. Oof.
Ooh, that's not great. No.
Okay, how about you fuck off? It's possible that the strategic thing to do was not to burn down their keep and put myself ahead of them in score, but I've never gotten to burn down the keep before.
Yeah. No,
I was excited.
So hang on. I can get those guys. I can move there. I can attack. Can attack twice. I can still get a point that way. Okay.
Consider a fine on one of our ride on one of our fine river boats. You know, trading post clearings have plenty of room for roosts in them.
Yeah. That would. then I'm gonna put
People are doing some fantastic work in
Amabel
chat.
in there.
There's good stuff happening.
All right, let's see.
That decree is getting mighty tall.
It is. Oh, and then right, and then oh, I did that wrong. I didn't. I did that fine. Okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of birds on the table. Hey, Arrow, what's up?
Oh, you're gonna attack the mechanical marquee for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Good job, baby.
It's not a great job. That was. I would prefer there not be cats in that clearing.
Apologizes.
Amabel.
I do get an extra point for that, though, I think.
The cruelty of these birds.
I'm surprised I survived that. That's crazy.
Wow, how's 19 points feeling?
Well, 19 points feels like I'm about to... unless something happens, I'm about to crash beginning my next turn. So I don't know how great it feels, really, actually.
All right. Well, you understand. We gotta do some pullbacks have to be executed here. You get it.
Against this cat.
The cat with 14 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My most primary concern, without question.
I mean, that feels...
That feels what?
rude.
It was a little rude. There's another R word that it might be, might be more appropriate there, perhaps. Reprisal. Revenge.
Okay. Well, now we're even.
I hear what you're saying. In theory.
Oh, no, this is my fault. I shouldn't have left myself. And I appreciate that you're not attacking me where I have guys.
Why would I do that?
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah?
Do you know if I use Fox Partisans, I don't have any warriors, so I won't do any damage to you, right?
I think your maximum dealable hits is 0.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use that card.
I might be wrong about that, though. I don't really know. Then I definitely feel like I should do a recruit here and at least like try to protect the thing. I guess why try to protect it when I could just kill the cat? This is what protection looks like. Yeah. What if we actually did violence for a change? So doing that puts a warrior in the payments box, which is actually counterproductive if I'm expecting to receive no warriors. If I'm expecting to receive no payments, which is in fact the case. Do I have I don't have a fox trading post. So I can't craft a card that just costs fox. So I think I'm going to, with this last fund... I mean, I hate to like lose a fund, but I do need to increase the number of otters on the table. And it's a good idea not to be leaving stuff open. I'm glad I put my mercenary price at 4 there. Because I do think it was still right for you to buy it. Like I think 4 was the right price. So do you get to, if you have some warriors, do you get to lay down the warriors that you have and then you fail out when you can't place any more, or?
Yeah.
Okay. This escalated to horror time. The horror time of the birds. When a cat has seen a bird. It's bad news. Is he gonna kill enough of your guy? He did.
Well, I'm at 5, but I do 2.
Oh, that's right. Right. You
So
double.
I don't know if it. Oh, okay, yeah.
No, you have 7.
I mean, I'm still gonna fail out this turn, but I'd rather fail out later in the turn.
Yeah, for sure. Unless you want to buy some cards. Can I interest you?
No, but here's what I can do.
You understand? I had to slow you down a little bit.
I get it. I get it. Yeah. All right, I am declining your services today.
Unbelievable.
The
cat's a big baby and won't buy services if their score is behind mine, but then they're also playing like butt. It's really hamstringing both of us, honestly.
I need to recruit there to march down. Fight them there. Fight a fight there. Okay, and so the card I'm going to play is going to be a move card?
Yeah, because you do have to add at least 1 card to the decree every turn.
Yeah.
So she's trying to figure out what's she going to put in that's not going to give her an unfollowable order.
You know what? So I'm going to crash out this turn. I know this.
Okay.
So I'm going to put another rabbit here.
Okay.
All right. I am going to use this card to...
Damn it. Damn Propaganda Bureau.
By the way, I have access to rivers now as paths. Okay, so I should be able to then recruit. And
Stupid disloyal otter warriors.
And recruit. I should have moved these 4 here.
Good luck.
I fight a battle here.
And then presumably the same clearing again.
No.
Amabel Holland.
Because I get an extra point for doing that with this lead.
Yeah,
Isn't
you're
it?
gonna get an extra
Yeah.
point for doing it at the end of a spear.
Right? No, this is the 2. You know what? That was the wrong. Well, I can't undo it now because we had randomness. So. And then I collapse.
Yeah, poor you. You'll back up to 20 points at the end of the turn.
Move in battle. I can't choose the builder. I can't do the recruiting thing. That's no good.
All right, well. That certainly turned into something. And so I have to try, like, I'm trying not to get too far forward. I'm trying to like be competitive, but also leave enough space that the cat could potentially buy a service once in a while. And the cat is responding by just being fucking terrible at the game.
I mean, the cat and you are tied.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like kind of leading on the break a little bit here to try to let them catch up, and they just can't.
Is that what's happening, or are you playing at the same skill level as the cat? I love you! I say this because we just don't know. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You and I, before we started the stream, we played a game of Great Western Trail where you beat me by 70 points because you are an extremely good games player.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in trouble? Oh no!
I'm gonna have to kill this one for sure.
Okay, no, that's fair.
It'd be sick if this wasn't 1-1. All right.
I love you.
I love you too. And then I need, honestly, like, I'm in a pretty grim spot, just like figures on the board wise. Let me gather up a little bit here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Oh.
This one seems pretty good.
Cat time.
Oh no!
Time to escalate. Oh no!
Yeah, no,
That's a bad outcome.
Well, I will tell you. The outcome's about... I have a plan.
All right. Does that plan involve killing all of my stuff like it has been so far?
No, I'm gonna beat up on the cat now. I did not... I've been really nice to you. I feel like.
Is that what you think has been happening?
I gave you so many of my warriors. For love.
No, you were buying stuff you needed that was valuable to you.
A little bit, but it was more just trying to be helpful to you.
Oh.
And to show off the game mechanics. Because the cat's not buying your stuff. Someone has to.
I know, I can't get them to buy. They're playing too badly to... Grr. The others are really fun in 4-player games. That's what I'll say.
Okay. All right. Let me see where I. All right, I'm there. All right, so I can.
I like any faction that lets you do a lot of cross chatter. Just never stop talking the other player during the other player's turn. I see. Well, I do see a pretty good combat target. But let's see if Amabel decides to kill my stuff instead. Hey, she didn't. Weird. Congratulations on your 3 hits. Congratulations on your 23 points. Ugh. Well,
I will say it's my own fault for doing trash talk. But I have to say, when I can't see your face or hear your voice, I don't know how the gag is landing.
yeah.
It's very terrifying.
I don't think I can stop you from winning.
I don't think so either, sweetheart. Unless you can score 9 points in this round.
I don't believe I can. So I think it's like I move. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I don't. So I first have to recruit. Or I can make it 2 moves. It's not actually better for it to be a recruit, I don't think. So it's like, yeah, I don't know how I would possibly, because I can't win this turn, so I need to like get into shooting distance and then also make it so you can't score 3 points on your next turn, and there's no way. A big part of the problem here is that I have had very little control of Fox territory over the course of the game, and so it's been hard for me to it's been hard for me to place my Fox trading posts.
So I know there's more than one map.
Yeah.
And there is a way to set up the map with like random clearings, right? Random suits.
Yes, random suits on the clearings. We'll take a little bit of a look at. I'll just go to like the web browser and we'll just like look at the different maps and stuff so people can see real quick. I should have played this game on a different map.
Well, just saying, like the way it was set up, it made it very difficult for you to get to Fox clearings. But I wouldn't mind doing another one of these next week or sometime if you're still enjoying it. So I let people see the domination cards. They haven't come up at all.
There are no domination cards with 2 players.
Oh, okay, that explains it. All right.
Why can't I do this move? I'm trying to move from clearing 10 to clearing 1. And I now rule clearing 10, right?
No, because you and I are tied for most, and as the Erie,
No, I have 3 warriors and a trading post.
Oh, okay.
So no, a trading post isn't a building.
Okay.
It doesn't use the building slots, and it's in the.
Right.
I
in
have
the
been
river.
I have been playing like they were buildings the whole game, but they're round, not square.
So you don't have buildings at all, do you?
No.
Building slots. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm an idiot.
I don't agree with that.
Here's what I can do. Now I can move
Damn.
to there.
Yeah.
I mean, I only need to send one person over.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? Hey, what are you doing?
What's up? Aha! Point. And that slows you down like a little tiny bit. And then
Yeah.
because I only have 2 funds left, like I can make a trading post there now, but it doesn't mean anything. I had 2 points, I go to 24. And with the crafting stuff that's in my hand, I can probably win the game on my next turn, but there's no universe here where I get a next turn.
Oh, we'll see how I. So I don't want to. I'm going to lose 2 points if I can't complete my thing, and then I'm going to gain 4. So I could possibly.
Hey, cat! Fucking bother somebody else. That was an unfortunate order draw. Not what we were looking for. Damn it.
What?
Stupid cards. I can't make them not purchasable.
Okay.
So circle pieces are tokens. There's warriors and pawns and buildings and tokens. And tokens, warriors and buildings contribute to rule of a clearing. Tokens do not. And rule has effects on how you can move. When you execute a move, either the target of your move or the or origin of the move has to be ruled by you, unless there's some other rules in place. Like, for example, otters can always move along the river regardless of who owns the clearings. But in order to get out to here, I had to own either this one or this one. And I thought my trade post was a building, but it's totally not. It's just a post. Damn it.
Okay. So I need to move.
That propaganda bureau has been so good for you.
It has. It has.
Tokens are attackable. And just like a building, you get 1 point if you destroy another player's token. The cat's keep is also a token.
Yeah.
I did burn down the keep, so I will file this as a sort of a moral victory. I've never gotten to burn down the keep before.
Right. I mean, I guess.
The cruelty. The cruelty. It really is nonstop. The biggest difference between buildings and tokens, the most important differences, are the tokens don't contribute to rule, but also they're not constrained to building spaces. It can be the case that a clearing is too full to build in anymore, but you can't stop people from putting down tokens. It would be very bad for the otters if the trade posts were buildings in the ways that I realized over the course of this game, because sometimes you really need to be able to put down a post somewhere in order to have board presence at all. And if you could get locked out of that by buildings, there would be some unrecoverable situations. Yep, I think I was a turn off. There was a
Yeah.
version of that where I could blitz 2 trade posts and an item build and get there, but I needed one more turn.
Yeah, it was actually quite a close game, actually, I think, and I really enjoy playing this with you.
Yeah, the cats just functioned as a little bit too much of a spoiler on me,
Yeah,
which is
and
the unfortunate effect of a semi-random player like that is sometimes they're gonna stick their boot in the wrong direction for you, and like they very well could have done a little bit of the opposite thing and queen maked in the other direction. So
yeah, and I'm really yeah, I like playing with you. Sorry, I really like playing with you, and
this little jug band on the main menu that people are noting is really cute. These are the first 6 vagabond tokens.
Okay.
I'll play in a little jug band together.
Also, I feel like I have an advantage here because how many games of Root have you played?
It's not a small number, but it's probably like the amount of games I've played with you plus like 10ish.
And
Maybe?
I played like 50 or 60 before playing games with you.
Yeah.
So like I have some advantage on this one, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little bit more, I think, in your wheelhouse too, as it being more of like a war game and
Yeah, having some wargame adjacent elements, and you have beaten me more, not on stream, but you have beaten me more on in these games than I have you. I think I just got really lucky the last. You're also playing was that your first time with the lizards and your first time with the otters?
Oh, absolutely not my
And
first
the
time with the
mole?
lizards. I love the lizards.
Okay.
I've played moles a couple of times. I played otters once before, maybe. So yeah, let me real quick here, just to show people. There's of course the Marquise de Cat, which we saw a lot of. They're a very standard sort of like build and fight faction. Their major victory point thing comes from constructing more buildings, which is subtly different from the Eerie, where their major victory point thing is keeping buildings on the table. Once the Eries get 4 or 5 roosts out, they don't have to keep building necessarily. But the cats have they have a wood economy where they have to acquire resources in order to build more, and so you have to like protect your sawmills and stuff. It's a little bit different with the mechanized marquee. It's a little less interesting. The Woodland Alliance, you saw sort of like a very weird version of them. As a bot, they're playing this sort of like counter-insurgency role where like the people of the forest are largely on their side, and they benefit from engineering and atrocity every now and then. The Vagabond, of course, is playing like Legend of Zelda while everybody else is playing a war game. You're supposed to do more quests than I did, but my deal was very weird with the quests. The Lizards are doing a different sort of religious counterinsurgency thing. It turns out the optics of fighting a priest usually pretty bad. We saw a little bit of the Riverfolk Company there, this sort of like mercenary company thing. The other Underground Duchy as another large military scale faction like the Marquis and the Marquise and the Eerie, but with that sort of like royalist flavor to them. I have never played the Corvids, and I would like to do so for the first time not on stream. But they have this thing where they like lay traps. You have a bunch of tokens that have identical backs but different fronts, and you mix up your little conspiracy tokens and hide them in the clearings. This seems like a really interesting thing. The Lord of Hundreds is it's effectively one real character token followed around by a ton of little by a horde of rats that just destroy and burn things. Again,
Like a warlord. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very like a warlord kind of faction. Not very rat-like, in my opinion, as a person who is an expert on rats. And then finally, you have the Badgers here, the Keepers in Iron, who are like they're like a religious military order where they're gathering religious relics from the forests and then having to like protect them and bear them back to reliquaries and stuff. They seem really neat. I've never gotten to play a full game as them, but they seem really neat. I'd be interested in more stuff. I'd be interested in trying if we want to do another another stream of this.
Yeah, I mean,
It might be good to get more. It might be good to get more humans. We know a person or two we might be able to get on board, but it's a little tougher with only 2 people because there's only a couple of mechanized factions and they don't have, the most awesome range. And like I said, I don't necessarily trust the computer,
the AI of the game. I mean, I'll say the computer does show you how they take their turns. You see the turns, but
yeah,
I understand what you're
That's
saying.
not my problem.
Okay. And one thing that I really like about the game at 3+ are those dominance cards, because it provides a way.
There's an alternate win condition and stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that briefly, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Love you.
It's really cool. It's one of my favorite features of the design. It's something I really like in a design when you have this last ditch pivot victory condition, game and condition. It's really
the dominance cards, to actually explain them, because of course I will. The dominance cards are cards that allow you can play them at the beginning of your turn, or you play them. You play them at some point during your turn, and they remove your score marker from the score track, so you can no longer win the game by points. You have no score from then on. But you can win the game by holding certain combinations of clearings, and then you have to try to find a way to stay in control of those, because once you've switched your win condition, everybody's aware of what your win condition is, and you win the game during your bird song if you hold the right clearings. So you have to, end your turn in control of the stuff, and then it has to remain in your control all the way through a round, effectively, which is, it could be a little bit of an optimistic.
It's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
And you're going to do that if you feel like, well, I'm not going to win on points. I'm not going to catch up with points, but I am able to do this. It's a gamble. And I like that you have to. Yeah,
it gives you a way of sort of like tapping out of a game you can't win, and sort of shifting everybody else's focus. Yeah, where they now have to be doing their thing and also keeping an eye on those clearings.
There are a few games in like the Euro-ish competitive space that have this kind of thing, but usually it's not a case where you have to forswear one victory condition to take the new one on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that makes it really gives it a really nice tension.
Yeah,
that you don't get in those other games. Like I have a game where there's a kind of last minute victory condition where if you're behind on points, you can win doing this other thing. But in that one, it's not really a declared thing, and so while it still has some tension, it's not as juicy as this. It has juice.
It does have juice, much like Bones.
Plus juicy Bones, baby.
Bones? That's the juice. All right, sorry, I've been over here trying to cobble together images as best I could find of some of the other route maps. So you have you have these maps that have these very different sorts of alignments, and you'll notice these maps are not suited on the board. There are markers that you deal out random suits every game. This here is the underworld map. It has these darker colored tunnels start filled with dirt, and the players have to take actions to open up some of the movement paths.
Okay.
You have the winter board, of course, which just has a very different sort of like alignment of clearings and very different river access.
Which I believe the winter board is on the reverse of the normal board.
Yes.
In the base game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see here the randomized clearing ownership markers to.
Yeah.
And this is a really good image of like a game in play with like what the pieces actually look like and stuff. A thing that I actually think it kind of is a bummer about the digital adaptation is that it's really hard to make it look like this. You know, me playing at the maximum zoom level is the best you could do. I think there's a lot of charm in how simple the meeples are. They're all just sort of a vague animal shape with screen printed eyes. You can see here a vagabond crouched in the middle of this forest, and like, I think this game looks cool as shit on the table. And it's sort of baffling to me that if you were developing a digital version, you wouldn't want this to be, if not the default view, at least one of the available views. But they wanted to make 3D, you know? They didn't get into video games to not make 3D models, apparently.
Yeah.
Strange prioritization in my opinion. Hey, Amabel.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Is it the part of the stream, the post stream, where we talk about media and things that we loved?
Yeah, things you have been you've loved to have been into this last week. Share stuff to help other people find stuff that they too can love, and also just like celebrate joy. Because like I try not to spend a lot of time on the channel talking about the fucking horror show. Are you laughing right now?
No, it's a sad, nervous laughter.
Okay.
It's
Talking about the fucking horror show of our modern world and the way that things are going to get a lot worse before they get any better.
yeah.
But like the clarity I wanna have around that is like a critical part of surviving that. We all have to fight and we all have to deal with it and we all have to live with it or whatever. A critical part of surviving that is not giving up your joy.
Yeah.
You have to do all the sad parts, and you have to make sure that you're still being happy, and you have to like, this is critical maintenance, you know? So joy, fucking have some. If you find that you're not having a lot of joy with things the way they are, sort of naturally, reflexively, put some fucking effort in. Go get some joy. You need it. It's like food. Anyway.
I mean, if I can briefly piggyback on the thing you just said there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, something I did very deliberately when I figured out my shit and changed my name and started dissolving estradiol under my tongue is I tried to reorganize my life around the pursuit of joy and pleasure and giving it to others. And that's why I spend so much time with like food, like with having good food I enjoy and cooking it, and then just trying to do what I can to have as much joy as possible. And I think everyone should do that. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to be happy, and you're allowed to. I love that in our day to day, there's not been a single day I know when you have not sung. And I love the music that you have. I love the way my days are filled with shtick and joy, and it's okay to do that. And I feel like I needed to learn that, and I feel like maybe people need to learn that sometimes. So go get joy. I agree. I'm agreeing with you. I just am deeply moved by the thing you said and wanted to say something. I'm sorry. You go first because I'm crying now, and that's no good.
Yeah, taking time to be happy. It's not frivolous. It's critical. Love yourself, and this is an important way of loving yourself. Yeah. So for me, you know what I'm going to recommend is we saw a French horror movie this week called The Vourdelak, And I thought it was rad as hell.
I agree.
That is something that I would recommend. I don't know what the way that you access that is right now. Let me really quickly look this up on the internet. It might be on Prime Video, maybe. It might be on Apple TV. It's hard for me to tell from a quick search. Um, but yeah, the Voerdelak, directed by, what's the guy's name? I've already forgotten.
It's a first time director, so I don't, the name didn't stick just yet. But
Adrian Bow. Adrian
yeah,
Bow.
it's
based on an old Alexei Tolstoy novella.
Mm-hmm.
Alexei is what? Alexei is the third most well-known Russian writer with the last name of Tolstoy.
Yeah, he's Leo's cousin. I know that, but
Okay.
I don't. I saw this morning. I saw, not for the first time, Rebel Without a Cause. I watch old shit. Is the thing. You watch this new stuff. Like, hey everyone, here's some new stuff, and I watch like the oldest shit I can find. So, Rebel Without a Cause. It's pretty good. It's very expressive and melodramatic, and it has a lot of empathy for troubled kids, and there are ways in which it's kind of eye-rolly, but I thought the performances actually were pretty strong. You get that early method acting where they're trying to kind of act like people but a little heightened instead of doing stage pronunciation at you, and I think it's pretty good. I recommend that movie, Rebel Without a Cause. You saw like a third of it,
I did. It
and
seemed
you did
fine.
not leave the room.
It seemed fine. It was no Stay Gold Pony Boy, but it was fine. We discovered that I could do a really good impression of that one guy in the absolute depths of misery. So that's a weird thing that I have the ability to do. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I don't think I have another big one. I spent a lot of time the last couple of weeks just doing this kind of stuff that's coming out on the channel. So
yeah, you've been working so hard this week. I
try,
and I've worked a little bit hard. Like we've recorded some stuff for next week. We're trying to get a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I mean, because I try to make sure that I give you the time that you need for the obligation I have for your channel. Brazil's not an old movie, Chris. I'm sorry. Brazil came out while I was still alive. That doesn't count. Oh no, I'm old.
Yo, isn't Brazil from a different millennium?
In that case, The Matrix is an old movie.
The Matrix is an old movie.
I don't.
Amabel, that movie came out 25 years ago.
I'm sorry. When I say
there are people who can rent a car who were not alive when The Matrix came out.
I forgot what I was saying. I got distracted by chat, but that's all right. No, don't apologize. I'm being a little facetious because I don't know if I talked about this much, especially not, in the space of your channel, but I don't feel as old as I am.
Yeah.
Like I see like the memes that are like
part of this is queer temporality. Like your sense of time gets all fucked up. I think that like, especially for people who had a major like closet shattering or egg hatching experience in or around the pandemic, and there's a lot of us, time is so fucked. Like,
yeah. But I see the things where like, did you know that Batman the animated series is 30 years old? Don't you feel old now? And it was like, I mean, not especially. I don't especially feel. I mean, yeah, it's old. I don't feel that that's old though. See, for me, the thing is for me with whether or not something is old, it's more about the sensibility and how much work you have to do to meet it where it is.
Oh, that's interesting. But some stuff that is made now is old by by that definition.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. See, Falcon King says, I feel old when I get up and make a sound, which is every time now. Yeah, man, my physicality, my whole body has gone so much to hell so fast. Oh,
My poor
oh,
sweetheart.
I miss knees. You remember knees?
I remember knees. He used to be really good at Tekken.
He probably still is. I mean,
Probably still better than I am. That's for damn sure.
we're not as caught up on the Tekken scene right now as we had been.
Anyway, come back next week for our Tekken 8 stream.
Hell yeah. I will learn to play King live on stream, and I won't stop until I hit blue ranks. Is that still? Do they do that? Are there blue ranks still? I don't know.
They still have ranks. I don't know what they are.
Tekken God Omega. I'm gonna call up fucking Xavier Woods and Lil Majin, and they're gonna teach me how to play the video game. Oh, there's knocking on my door. Okay, Amabel, drive the stream for a second.
Okay. This is Amabel driving the stream. Hi, everybody. What we're gonna do when I'm driving the stream is a little ASMR. How's everyone feel about this? Is this weird? Is this creepy? Do you like it? Do you not? Don't tell her I'm doing this. What's wrong with me? I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat for being here and hanging out with Samhain and I. It's been really lovely doing these, like, pretty much every week. We've missed a few weeks, but pretty much every week. It's been really nice to... Oh, I'm gonna stop saying nice things then. Okay.
So yeah, we're lingering in the outro, and it turns out we need to get our outro done with some expedients because there's an electrical problem. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. This was cool. This was rad. We might do another week of Root. Honestly, I'll think about it, especially if we can recruit another person or two. I would like to, yeah, we might get some more use out of this. There are also several other things that I have on the docket for stream material. If you have stream material, of course, go ahead and feel free to post it.
Colossal Cave Adventure.
In the subreddit. You know, Colossal Cave Adventure could happen. That can happen.
Keep saying that, but it keeps not happening.
Yeah, weird. Anyway, I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and come back for a stream next week. More video stuff during the week, and we'll see you then.
Bye. Okay, I'll